everyone, this is a pick a card reading with me for urgent messages you need to hear, very important messages that, I feel like right now you just need to hear and you need to know about. So I feel like if you stumbled across this reading, then there's something about it and it's meant to be that you're supposed to be here. So we have here the 4 groups. Now I'm going to do this because this is a bit of a different setting. I'm still trying to figure out like which way around you see this. So we're going to do this one as group 1. So I thought I'd just mention that. So this is group 1, group 2, group 3 and group 4, whichever setup you're most drawn to. These are fortune cookies which also have messages inside, so I'll be revealing that to you. And if you're drawn to more than one, that's totally fine as well. Feel free to go for what you're really drawn to. And yeah, the timestamps will be down below if you'd like to purchase a private paid reading with me, which are done within 12 to 24 hours. They're done on the same day. All the information for that is also down below, as well as intention items, which you can find on my website, shopmoonlightguidance.com. Everything is there as well, and feel free, to check it out. There's thousands of intention manifesting items which thousands of people have seen results with, and thousands of 5-star reviews. Yes, thousands and thousands. So yeah, there's items such as beaded bracelets, necklaces, anklets, pom-poms, tassels, embroidered cards, intention pouches with different spices and herbs inside of those. So feel free to check that out and see what really just tickles your taste buds. But yes, lots of people have seen results with those for different areas of their life. So shall we begin? We'll start first with group 1. So I'm just going to move the other groups to the side, and then we shall see what's happening coming through. All right, so this is group 1. Some of the other cards I'm going to use for the reading just here as well. Okay. All right, group number 1, urgent messages you need to hear right now. Let's have a look and see what I can tell you and what messages I have for you as well. Okay, so I'm going to break the fortune cookie. I have like a little tub here as well, just to obviously keep the cookies for afterwards. Okay, so let's see. Oh, there it is. Okay, just to prove that I did break the cookie there. 1 second, there's a lot of crumbs everywhere. You guys are going to laugh at this one. I need to know what the message is first. 4 of Pentacles. This is so interesting. Okay, so it says here, buy yourself a designer outfit. Some of these are really practical, but I just find that this is really funny. Honestly, this might feel like to some of you like a joke, but it's really interesting because the outfit that sometimes you rock is also part of your confidence, and it's part of your style and part of who you are. Now, designer is very subjective. For some people that can't really afford really expensive clothes, for them, something on the high street is, pretty pricey, and for them that would be designer. And for other people, it would be like the designers. But perhaps some of you have thought about purchasing something pricey and you're just like, you know what, that would just really make me feel really confident, or it would really boost, my self-confidence. Well, of course, material items, they don't fully do all of that, but it might just, make you feel like, I've been working really hard, I want to do this. So that's something I see here, because the 4 of Pentacles is about saving money. I know it seems very counteractive to have this message plus this, but actually the 4 of Pentacles here really does resemble this sense of what, you've worked really hard, you deserve to at least do something nice for yourself. And that's something I see here. Some of you might have thought about buying a specific handbag or some jewelry, or a piece of clothing that you think is perhaps something you would consider designer, right? Or something you would hold off on, but it's showing here that you've been working really hard, and it's okay to do so if you wanted to, because that money that you spend back on it, what I see is that you would make it back. Obviously, this is not everybody's cup of tea, but basically what this is telling you is do treat yourself from time to time, because ultimately, I don't see you as someone who's really reckless with your money and always spending it here, there and everywhere to the point where you would genuinely feel like, oh my god, what am I doing with my life? You would actually very much so make consciously good decisions, good choices and things like that. So, this is like a spontaneous thing. Basically, it's telling you to be spontaneous. I see a lot of you as big savers rather than spenders, and it's saying, once in a while it's okay. It's okay for you to go all out, or to spend it on something that you perhaps usually wouldn't spend spend it on, like once in a while, totally fine. You know, it's okay to not always feel like you have to just save, because then your life will just come and go, and then, you know, what have you done for yourself? So that's an interesting message, but I definitely wouldn't encourage you guys to like buy everything in sight, because, you know, we need to be a bit more practical. But this is interesting. Some of you may have thought about doing this. Anywho, so we'll just put that message on top here, okay? And some of these items, though, you know, we see the 4, so it could be 4-figure, but, you know, I'm just saying what I'm seeing here, so I think that's important. Let's go with some of these cards. Isn't that interesting for, like, the first message? Oh, I got the wrong deck. I was supposed to grab the Everyday Witch Tarot, and for some reason I've grabbed this one. Well, I'll pull one from this anyways, because I pulled it, right? But let me just grab the right deck. Typical that this happens. In fact, where is that deck even gone? Okay, well, I'm going to go for this one instead. Wow. I've like lost my cards. I have a whole shelf of cards and I've like lost everything. How has that happened? Okay, well actually I'm going to go with this deck. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I've like lost my cards in the middle of a pick a card reading. We're not going to go with the Everyday Witch Tarot, we're going to go with these ones instead. Okay. So the urgent message here is do not be afraid to, you know, make certain spontaneous choices. Obviously, you know, spontaneous choices all the time can be very reckless and also very, like, dangerous, let's say, like, not good. But from time to time, you want to make sure that you are living your life and doing good things for yourself as well. Okay, so this is about, like, doing something spontaneous, you know, but in a way, you know, it's not going to, like, be so reckless because you're not going to, like, lose all of that, you know what I mean? This one says here, light codes, travel awaits you. So I do see here some traveling that will happen for you, which actually is quite a strong energy. So then we have that. You will be traveling, you will be getting yourself and taking yourself to a better place. We have laughter. Okay, so urgent messages. Look, life is, especially for those of you that find that life is very difficult right now, really challenging, frustrating, overwhelming. It's not what you want it to be. It just takes a lot from you in terms of energy. I just feel here that your energy, the way in which you do things will come together, okay? Happiness will come, progression will come, joy will come, okay? All of these things will come. If you feel like things right now are stagnant and you just feel like you're working and working and working and doing and doing and doing, trust me, you will see the light at the end of the tunnel, okay? I do see a lot of traveling here. Again, this could be to do with spontaneous decisions that you make where you think to yourself, you know what, I'm just going to go and travel. I'm just going to go here and go there and do what I want to do. Then we also have laughter. So another urgent message here is laughter truly is the best medicine. Perhaps watching some comedy films or your favorite TV show that may have some laughter, or, you know, say for example you have certain celebrities that you enjoy the work of, you know, perhaps there's some funny things in there or funny podcasts. You know, laughter really can be a great thing, and also sharing that laughter with people close to you can be really wonderful, and I feel like that's something that will come more so as time goes by. Then we also have here new experiences and possibilities. So yeah, this is really about like doing things in like new ways and, you know, sort of keeping to your energy, but to a degree where you find fun and excitement in the things that you do, and it's not always like completely shut off and closed off. So that's a really big thing. Like there's lots of new possibilities coming your way, lots of new ways to progress, lots of new ways of doing things. It's quite exciting and definitely very, very lovely to see. Okay, so this can be new opportunities. There are new opportunities that will come your way. If you feel like you're still stuck on the past with many, many things, and you feel that things are just too closed off, things are too difficult, things are not nice, they are not fun, they are just really, they just make you feel really enclosed in a space that just doesn't allow you to grow. Trust me, things will change. Trust me, things will progress. Things will come together and you will not be feeling like this forever. That's definitely another thing that I really do want to tell many of you, that things will come together and progress in a really nice direction and way. Things will progress. Okay, see, Ace of Swords here, opportunities, progression, joy, fulfillment, all of these things are coming your way. Okay, Ace of Swords is victory and celebration. And we also have here the Star card, which is very, very strong because this is to do with, again, rebirth, okay? New opportunities will come your way. If you feel like there's somebody in your life that you honestly, you know, are just like, this is the person, and if this person doesn't work out, like nobody else will come into my life, that is not true. You will have more options, more choices, more love, more fulfillment that comes your way and progresses your way. It is absolutely there. And the Star card really does represent things coming together. There is a sense of rebirth, there is a sense of fulfillment, there is a sense of joy and happiness, and also healing. Okay, healing really is one of your best friends. It's interesting how we said that laughter is the best medicine. Some of you may be feeling very down, you may be feeling like everything's just very closed off, like you can't do certain things that you would usually want to do for yourself. That's not true. Like bigger things, better things are absolutely coming your way, and you should really trust the process and trust yourself in that sense as well, because there's so much more newness coming your way. So it's interesting how we also had here, buy yourself a design outfit. That's like newness, right? Some of you might be going through a transformation where you're thinking, you know what, like I've shed my old self, I'm a new person, like I want to start from fresh. Some of you might think, you know what, I want to move to a new country. So there's these messages coming through about embracing change, and sometimes things aren't always what we want them to be, but it's also about knowing that new experiences and new possibilities can overwrite some of those more difficult moments that you've been through in the past and give you so much more perspective for the future, which actually is so beautiful and so incredible for what you want to experience going forward. You've also got the Ace of Wands and the World card. I really want to grab my water as well because my throat is just not having it. 1 second, it's literally right here. I feel like I've already interrupted your reading, group 1, so many times, but don't forget to drink water. That's a very very big urgent message. As I literally just chug my water. So the World card, again, travelling. I see a lot of travelling coming for you. I also see here protection, like you are being protected. Sometimes you might feel quite isolated. You may feel like you're kind of in your own space, not a lot is going on. You may find it's very difficult, very challenging, very annoying, that not as much is happening for you as you would like it to, but I feel here like the stars are going to align. Saturn here with the World card shows progression, things coming together, things moving in the right direction, things progressing in your favour. Things will get moving and things will progress. So I do feel here that there's quite a strong energy of things going in the right way. So ultimately, you know, do not be, you know, afraid in many ways to allow things to, you know, to progress. So don't be afraid. Yeah, so that is basically what we are seeing here, which is obviously quite significant. So yeah, things will come together, things will progress. And I think that the biggest thing here as well, the Ace of Wands, is do not be afraid to use your intuition and to do things that you want to do, okay? Some people might deter you away from your dreams, your path, and the things that you want to do, but ultimately it's up to you to do the things that you feel that we see here. So I think the biggest thing for sure is to know that there's so much more coming your way. There's so much more that will progress your way, come forward for you, move forward for you, and give you a lot more joy, fulfillment, and progression. So yeah, that's basically what we are seeing here. So I just feel, in all honesty, that the energies are pretty strong, because it really does show that if you feel isolated, remember that analogy of the diamond where, well, if some of you haven't heard it, where essentially you're being protected, right? Sometimes the diamond isn't just kept out in plain space for like everyone to touch and admire and to see, because a diamond could get stolen and it could end up in the hands of someone that does not value it or cannot afford it. So the diamond is usually kept in a safe so that it can be protected. I think that's one of the most important things that we do see here, is to really like just know that ultimately you can't always do everything, and you can't always Well, the thing here is that you're being protected, okay? It's like the caterpillar in the cocoon. The caterpillar doesn't want to be in there, but once it emerges out the cocoon, it's a butterfly. So I feel like there are some big changes coming your way, and it's okay for you to embrace these big changes because it's going to lead to more victory, celebration, and success. You're going to become a bigger, more a transformed version of yourself, which is going to give you so much more than you could have ever imagined before. And I think that some of you will just feel like, wow, like no way did that happen. So there's so much more that's going to happen, and that's something that we do see. So we're going to do a charm reading as well. I now have the box right next to me as well, which is obviously quite nice. So we have the flower, see? You're blooming, growing, transforming. We have the letter T. Okay, so that's very interesting. That could resonate with you in some way, shape, or form. You've got the blue potion and the yellow potion. Now, both of these are very significant for multiple reasons. First of all, the blue potion is really quite significant because it really does represent the throat chakra. Okay, so this means that do not be afraid to speak your truth, to set boundaries, and to be yourself. You know, you don't always have to do things that take your energy away from things. You don't always have to do things in a way where it hurts you or like really overwhelms you. You can do things that are comfortable for you. You can say, you know, like, oh, this hurts me, or this really doesn't suit me, that's okay for you to do. And then we also have the solar plexus chakra, which is about inner peace, personal power, self-confidence, self-worth. This is about working on you and being okay with who you are. I think that's really a very important thing as well. We also have here the solar plexus chakra energies with this charm here as well. So, you know, it's really about like, you know, healing, looking after yourself, putting yourself first, and knowing that when you do that, then you are allowing the water to really allow the flower, which is you, to grow and to bloom to its highest potential. And you have another flower here as well. So look after you, and the universe supports you in relation to all the opportunities, the abundance, and the things that you want to do. And that's what I would see here as well. Like, don't be afraid to go on a trip that you want to, or to buy something that makes you feel good. So many of you may be, you know, like really serious, like trying to do things for yourself, but maybe not enjoying life at all, you know. So well, enjoy life as much as you can. And sometimes, you know, things are out of control, like for some, you know, some of you may not have the money to do so, you may not have the ability or the time to do so, but it's about doing little things where possible. Remember that luxury isn't just the riches. Luxury for everyone is very different. For some people, sleep is a luxury. For some people, time is a luxury. For some people, you know, the simplest of simplest things is a luxury, and for other people, you know, big things are a luxury. So keep that in mind for sure as well. So that is basically what we do have at group number 1. Of course, if this resonated with you, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, reading giveaway, and of course intention items, which are on my website. And definitely do take care as well. Okay, so yeah, everything is listed. Okay, so we're now going to go to group 2, and I will take these to the side. There we go. Alright, group number 2, this is your reading with me for urgent messages you need to hear. So we have this card here with the fortune cookie. I'm going to break the fortune cookie and we'll see what is in here. I'm just going to do it off camera because otherwise a lot of crumbs will end up on the table, which just isn't the best thing in the world. Okay, so we have here, I just put it into my little tub so that I can eat it later. We have here, you are a born fighter. Yes, you are. And I think you should know that for sure. So let's see what the main card here is. And then we're going to do a tarot cards, oracle cards, and we're also going to get charms out as well. So we've got lots and lots of messages. Judgment. Okay. Do not be afraid, okay, of your judgment, your intuition, and your gut feelings. You are very good at making your own decisions. I think that's something that you absolutely should know. It's a very urgent message that everything that you want is already within you. And when you boost that power within you, you boost everything else around you as well. So I just feel here that for many of you, the message here is also to meditate. When you meditate, you can also activate your third eye over the course of time. It can also help you with better sleep, better focus. It can really just make you more aligned to your divine self as well, so that you can start to attract things that are good for you and repel away the things that are not good for you. So I recommend meditation, and also just knowing that the more you look after yourself, the more you are aligning to your highest good as well, because you're a natural born fighter, okay, which means that when certain things happen in life that perhaps you are not expecting it to happen in certain ways, you will absolutely get through those moments, right? And then you'll look back and you'll be like, wow, if I got through that, I can get through anything. And so there's this real sense of strength and courage and confidence that I also pick up on, where you are absolutely bound to get through like certain situations and troubles that perhaps you thought like, I won't be able to do that, you know? So there's definitely a really powerful energy in relation to this, for sure, like absolutely for sure. So it's really strong, pretty amazing, pretty powerful. And let's have a look and see what the message cards, well, the oracle cards have to say to us, say to you actually, so that I can tell you. Empowerment, wow, incredible. Oh, we got 3 here. So we've got empowerment, vulnerability, just do that, and then we've got illumination. I'll show you that one close up. Wow. So empowerment. Empower yourself. You do things for yourself that you love. Take care of yourself. Put yourself first. Do things that you love to do. I think that's very, very important in the grand scheme of things. I also think that you shouldn't be afraid of making your own choices and decisions. If there are certain people in your family that say, no, you should do this and you should do that, or no, you won't be successful doing this or doing that, you really have to trust your own judgment and your intuition. I think that's a very, very important thing, because naturally you know how hard you're going to work at certain things, and naturally you know how much you're going to compromise in certain relationships and connections as well. You know, they can say what they want, but it doesn't always mean that what they are saying is right. You know, that's another thing that I think is actually quite important and quite significant as well. I actually want to push this back a little bit. I just realised there's quite a lot of space. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. There we go. Right. All right, so yeah, it's obviously like a really significant thing. Then we also have here illumination. Well, actually, we have vulnerability. So vulnerability here is sometimes about you kind of feeling like, you know, everyone just is always kind of taking at your energy, picking at your energy and things like that. It can make you feel vulnerable. You may also feel that, you know, I'm naturally just very emotional. I naturally wear my heart on my sleeve. That's okay, because actually in vulnerability, there is so much more strength. And I think that, you know, one of the biggest things is that to be delicate and to feel delicate, yet be powerful is one of the best things. So many people hide behind this ego. So many people hide behind a mask, and they actually, you know, that just makes them feel worse. I think that here your vulnerability is your greatest asset and your greatest power, because it just gives you so much more as time goes by. So don't be afraid of being who you are in this particular aspect. You have here illumination as well, which is really, really powerful. You know what this really does go to showcase? It really does show here that things that are hidden right now will come to light. Now, that's also to do with certain judgments and certain decisions that you may not be aware of right now. I think here one of the biggest things you can do is focus on your spiritual path, and naturally everything will be like coming together for you in front of you. I mean, it may not happen straight away, but as time goes by, you'll definitely be much more aware of the things that you want to do and the things that you want to progress with and the things that you want to make happen. And that's really one of the biggest things that we are seeing here as we, you know, are seeing everything. So yeah, really, really powerful energies. Let's go with tarot and see what's coming through. Wow, those just like flying out. By the way, if you like my setup, this is like the setup that I started with on my channel, and I just love it. It's so clean and so fresh. The lighting, there's like no studio lighting. It just feels good, you know. It's just me and the cards, and it just feels good, you know. It just feels clean and fresh. And let me know if you like this, or if you like the more artistic background that I had on my channel. let me know. I would love to know, you know. Okay, so let's just move that slightly to the side. So we have the Six of Wands. So Six of Wands is about victory, celebration, success. There are some big moves coming your way. Okay, first and foremost, empower yourself. Put yourself first and know that you can get through anything that you put your mind to. There's still so much more that's going to come to light that has not come to light yet in your life. So just know that there's a lot more progression, a lot more success, and a lot more power that will manifest for you in your life. So, you know, be prepared, be okay. Well, try to be okay with what's happening right now, because when you embrace the present, even if it's not where you want to be, the universe will give you more. So that's about gratitude, right? We know how the universe works. When you are grateful for the things you have, more and more will be provided to you, more and more will come together for you. Now we also have here the Queen of Swords as well. We have the Two of Wands. We also have here the Star card with the Six of Pentacles. These two sixes here are quite significant because sixes in tarot represent movement, basically. And so, you know, I see victory, celebration, success, and achievement will be made. Now, if you are obviously, you know, like studying or you've applied for something, you may be very successful in that particular aspect. It may take you to a better place. Queen of Swords is about really standing your ground, right? This is about putting yourself first, having faith. Look, the Queen of Swords has prayer beads wrapped around her hand. A lot of people feel like the Queen of Swords is the most calculated, cruel person in tarot. She's actually not, believe it or not. She does have a heart and a soul. She is a queen, after all. And that's not to say that, you know, queens are all nice. But the thing here that I really do see is that she knows what she wants and she's going to go and get it, you know. And she also does have faith. She really does. You know, she's not someone who's just all about her and her ego. Like, she does have faith, but she really does put in boundaries. She's very good at communication. She's very upfront and very straightforward. And I think that for many of you, it's okay to be that way. You know, certain people might see you as too much. Certain people may think that, oh my gosh, you're making like really big decisions. Like, who do you think you are? Well, that's their problem if they think that way. This is about making sure that you put yourself in a place where people then can't take advantage of you, right? Because if you're always bending over backwards for people, then they can take advantage, right? So this is about really putting those boundaries in and protecting yourself first and foremost. Two of Wands shows there's more travel coming your way, so that's something I do see. Six of Pentacles shows that there's more money and more balance in terms of your finances. That will also progress, and the Star card is about healing, looking after yourself, and when you do so, the stars will align and give you what you're truly looking for. Okay, so we got a lot here. Now, for some of you looking perhaps for a love message, I feel again you're going in the right direction for you to gain strong love also in this sense. So honestly, you know, stay true to yourself and so much more will come your way. Okay, let's have a look at the charms and see what's happening. Oh, isn't this interesting? The cookie cutter. Why be like everyone else when you were born to be different? Why be like them when you are born to stand out and be the best version of yourself? Why be a cookie cutter or a cookie cut when you could be you, right? I think that this is really important. Some of you may feel like, oh, like all of those people are so cool and they're so hip and they got their lives together. Or maybe what if you were supposed to do something different but 10 times better? You know, it makes you feel better. Why be like them? It's a very important message. We've got the Green Aventurine as well. This is really about, you know, putting yourself first, looking after yourself, taking care of you, embracing who you are. Love will absolutely come onto the horizon and manifest for you. Now, some of you may already have love in your life, in which case, you know, love gets stronger also in your life as well. So love is absolutely there and will come for those of you that haven't got it. We've got the Eye, so this is about really putting yourself first. Okay, so we've got an I. This could be also to do with like initials as well. And we also have a Z as well, although when I turn it around, it looks like an N. So I will say that is actually a Z or a Z if you're in another country like the US. But I also saw it like this, which is also an N. So, you know, take it as you do. And we've kind of got this in energy as well, like IN, but you also got the Z as well. So it's one of those things. All right. So yeah, basically this is what I do have for you. I feel like there's a lot that is hidden, which will come into your life. There's a lot that is not in your life that will come into your life, if that makes sense. And there's just a lot more happiness, abundance, joy, and fulfillment that will also progress for you. It truly, truly is a process. So I would say enjoy the process rather than always focusing on the destination. Enjoy, you know, how things do move and manifest and progress, because those things will come together for you and they will progress, and you will find so much more happiness and joy that will come into your life as well. So that is basically what we are seeing here. So of course, if this resonated with you, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, free reading giveaway, and of course intention items, which are on my website. And take care, everyone. Alright, so now we can go to the next group reading. What I'm going to do is I'm going to shut the window because I can hear the next door neighbours making quite a lot of noise, so I don't really want it to disturb our reading as we continue forward. So I'm just going to quickly go do that. Okay, now we can continue. We just had to shut the window. Okay. Oh, it's so pretty. Actually, do you know, it should be like that. There we go. Alright, so group number 3. Let's have a look and see. Urgent messages you need to hear. We're going to be looking at tarot, oracle cards, the fortune cookie. We're going to open it, and then also charm reading as well. So let me start by opening this. I'm going to do it off camera just because crumbs are going to get everywhere. Okay, so here it is. Yeah, it got everywhere. There we go. There we go. No, you can eat that. I'm like, have the cookie, please, please, I insist. Okay, so this one here says, everyone smiles in the same language. Ta-da! Okay, so let's put that there. Let me flip over this card. 6 of Wands. Okay, 6 of Wands is actually about victory, celebration, success. I feel like a lot of that is coming your way. I feel like you're going to have many, many reasons to smile. So that's a pretty urgent message, especially for those of you that have just been really down and just feeling not happy, not comfortable with certain aspects of your life. You've been feeling sad, let down by certain people, been feeling just so overwhelmed to the point where you're like, I have no reason to smile. Like, really, Moonlight, there's no reason to smile. Well, I feel like the universe will give you reasons to smile. It is going to come. And I really feel here that, you know, there's an energy of like within 6 months you'll have a reason to smile. Now, this is a timeless reading, okay? So from whenever you're watching this, 6 months, okay? Within 6 months. Rather than it being 6 months from the day I posted, okay? So I thought I'd mention that. So there is quite a strong energy here in relation to that, where things will come together, things will progress, things will move in the right direction and progress properly. So that is something that we do see. So yeah, there's a 6 month sort of vibe and energy that we pick up on. It's pretty good, in all honesty. It's pretty progressive. I like what I'm seeing. I think that it really does go to show that there's so much more coming your way. Okay, so let's go to the oracle cards. This is also about like certain achievements. So for some of you who are like really suffering, you know, this is about finally getting yourself to a place where you feel happy and content. If you have been struggling with like work, you've been struggling with love, really again, there's a 6 here. In terms of the time frame, within 6 months, you'll feel so much more settled, happier, content, fulfilled, etc. A leap of faith with illumination. So see, a lot will come to light, right? I feel like someone may also help you here as well. So that's definitely a big energy. Also, by the way, you've got 2, and then you've got 2, 2. So 2 and 22. A lot of 2s. Right, so keep that in mind too. There's definitely, keep that in mind too, no puns intended. So illumination shows, again, there's going to be a lot of like fruit that will come to light. You'll feel happier, stronger, more fulfilled. Leap of faith really shows that there's going to be a lot of progression, a lot of happiness, and a lot of fulfillment that also follows through, which I think is really, really lovely. So, you know, definitely there is this sense here, like if you want to take a risk or an opportunity to do something that you might think, oh, maybe that's a bit risky, I shouldn't do that. You know, think about things, think about like whether, well, weigh up the options. That's what I would say, because sometimes taking that leap of faith can be one of the best things you do, but also sometimes taking that leap of faith can sometimes cause regret. So it's really about weighing out the options and the choices. I think that's very important, and listening to your gut and your intuition. If you've been doing something really safe for a very, very long time, then it's fine to take a leap of faith because maybe you're not losing out on so much, right? I think that's very important to keep in mind. If you've been feeling really upset and sad and you want to take this leap of faith, you know, what have you got to lose? I think that's a really important thing too. Especially if it's been the same thing over and over again. I'm going to take this one. This one here says, keep your dreams alive. Yeah, so absolutely, you know, keep your dreams alive. Just know that, especially if you're really like passionate about something and you really want to do something that makes you feel good, absolutely, you know, go for it. Be progressive towards your dreams. Be progressive towards the things that you want to do, the ways in which you want to progress, the ways in which you want to make things happen. Otherwise, you know, it can be frustrating, overwhelming, upsetting, challenging. It can feel like too much. And so I just think here, one of the biggest things is keep practicing the things that you are doing. Keep doing the things that you are doing, because I think here it just goes to show that the path that you're on is the right path, and ultimately it's okay to take a leap of faith also towards your dreams, to keep them alive, because I do see that there can be some beautiful fruits in regards to the dreams that you have and the things that you're visualizing and wanting. So that's another thing that I do see here as well. And yeah, perhaps there's like some collaborations, or you're meeting people from like different countries, but like we saw here, you know, people that speak different languages. But yeah, it says here everyone smiles in the same language, so there could be some collaboration here in that regard, like bringing things together from different aspects, which I think would be very, very interesting indeed. Let's keep going. Tarot. All right. Another urgent message here is that your wishes are going to be coming true, because look, you've got the 9 and the 10 of cups. So the 10 is the completion, the 9 is the wish, the 9 to the 10 is a wish come true. This shows here things coming together, things progressing in the right direction, and ultimately giving you a ton of happiness, joy, fulfillment, and like really making you feel very, very good. So this here really does show, again, keep your dreams alive, continue to work to fill up those cups, continue to work to sort of keep yourself in a place where you feel, you know, as good as you can be, because there's so much more abundance coming here as well. I also see, especially in regards to relationships, especially in regards to the things that you love doing, be it, you know, career and passion, hobby wise, but also in regards to, you know, your home environment too. So that's a really big energy for sure that we pick up on. Okay, so there's going to be a wish come true there. Queen of Swords, continue to communicate. Well, I think this is actually about, you know, good communication, honest communication. You know, if someone isn't treating you right, it is about telling them, like, hey, look, this really isn't nice the way you're doing things. It's about protecting yourself. You don't want to end up being a doormat where you get treated the same way over and over again, and then you wonder why you're being treated that way. I think that's very, very important. I'll also say as well that if you've been dealing with someone who's just constantly taking things away from you, or being really disrespectful or very hot and cold, it is important for you to stand in your stand your ground and in your boundaries, because if you kind of think to yourself like, oh, I should just walk on eggshells, that maybe they'll come back around, they'll just be nicer, you know, that just teaches them that you always let them get away with things and that they can always do this because it's just fine for them to do. But I think here that if you speak your mind and they do disappear, well, you know their true motives, you know their true colours. I think that gives you so much more awareness as to who they truly are, and I don't think that you should be afraid of being yourself, because actually that just unveils who's right for you and who isn't. And I think that's a really important thing to understand as well, is that, you know, this is not about like cutting someone's, you know, I think this is not about like cutting someone off in such a like rude way. It's just about, you know, being diplomatic in the context of being protective towards yourself, where you say, you know what, I didn't really like how you treated me, and I just appreciate if you could be a little bit more respectful or a bit more kind or respect my time. You know, like that isn't like being really vicious or rude. It's about protecting yourself in a, you know, in a way that actually is pretty good. So don't be afraid of doing that to people who time and time again kind of show you that they don't care sometimes, because you have to do that in order to protect your energy. Otherwise you will end up losing your energy to those people, which is not going to make you feel good in any way, shape or form. We have the Eight of Wands as well, and the Eight of Wands is very, very powerful. The Eight of Wands literally does represent a strong energy of so much more abundance coming your way in regards to love, in regards to your dreams, your hobbies, your career, in regards to great communication as well, and also the right people coming in your life, and the right people coming in to actually treat you very genuinely and and not to be there to take things away from you, which I think is very important because the Six of Wands shows victory, celebration, and success, right? So keep your dreams alive. Try to. I don't think you need to force yourself to do it, but I know that you like doing the things that you're doing and you don't want it to be any other way. So I think here it is about making sure that you do put yourself first and you do things that make you feel good, that make you feel happy, that make you feel content. You really don't have to do things all the time that upset you, frustrate you, or take everything away from you. You can do things that, are in moderation and in balance that can then help you to weigh up that energy and accordingly. So I think that's very important. Okay, so let's do the charm reading now. Whoa. Okay. Oh wow, we've got a lot of letters here. Okay, so we've got a Y and an I and a W. Now this could be like initials. This could be the names of like companies, for example, people around you, days, months. The thing here is that you kind of know, like, especially if you pick up on it, you'll know what that means for you. We also have here, now I'm doing this upside down obviously, but I do have my, which I think is interesting, my, and also I. So that's interesting. And a J, okay, so IWMYJ. We also have a rocking horse, like some of you may feel like you're going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and it's just not moving anywhere. Well, I think, you have to really put yourself first, and sometimes even that leap of faith can help. You have the green aventurine crystal, which is about soothing, healing, and strength and courage, and don't be afraid, to be who you are. This one's interesting. This says life is a gift, and it has this tree at the back of it. Can you see it? Yeah. So that is really quite significant, is to know that life is a gift, and at the end of the day, it doesn't really promise us everything. It doesn't promise us happiness. It doesn't promise us everything that we want it to be necessarily, but what we can do is try to make it as best as we can for ourselves, if that makes any sense, and to do the best that we can for us, right? So I think that's really important and actually very, very crucial as well, to do the best that you can for you and to put yourself first. I think that's really, really vital. We also have here as well, this kind of reminds me of like a lollipop. I don't think it's a mirror. I think it's a lollipop. These fruits and these gifts and these abundances will absolutely come your way. 9 to the 10 of Cups also shows the finer things in life. Like, you will be able to enjoy those aspects here of things coming together and giving you so much more fulfillment, joy, and happiness. Those things will happen. Butterfly here shows transformation and change. You will find yourself getting yourself to a much better place. We have here Princess as well, which I think is very interesting. By the way, the butterfly represents the Queen of Swords, who we kept talking about over and over again. You see, her crown is made up of butterflies, and she has a butterfly right here as well. And again, the crown here with Princess is very interesting indeed, because she really marches to the beat of her own tune, and not because she's like narcissistic, but because she's protecting herself. Otherwise, could you imagine everyone would always want everything from the Queen, and imagine if she's like always just bending over backwards for everyone. Like, what is she giving herself? I think that's really important to keep in mind, because there has to be a balance there. She cannot always be, well, she can't always be about herself, but she can't always be about everyone else as well. She has to keep that balance where she's a queen, but then she's also protecting and preserving her own energy. Now, it's interesting that we do have like a rabbit here, because I see this as an energy of like children, especially with the rocking horse, the princess crown, and then also these little charms here as well, because we do have children right here in this card. So for some of you, you might be wanting children, and that is something that will come together. I very much so feel. Some of you may already have children, but it's interesting how we do have this sort of fertility energy and fertility charm with the rabbit. So that's again something to keep in mind, which is quite fascinating actually in so many ways. So this is really about putting yourself first, I and my, and then things do come together and things will progress for you and move forward for you in the way that you also need them to do so. Like, things will progress, things will happen, things will manifest. Stay strong, stay true to yourself, put yourself first, look after you. I think that those aspects are also very, very important and highly, highly significant. yeah, really, really vital when you kind of think about it, right? Because you can't always be the one doing everything. It does have to be a balance, which I think is very, very important. So yeah, these are urgent messages that you need to hear right now, and that can really help you also in regards to your future and how things come together for your future. So of course, really, really important to know these messages, of course. So yeah, I really hope that helps you, but I just feel like you're moving in a better direction, and there's more fruits and more abundance that's going to come to you. I think that a lot of you may feel like you're kind of like a caterpillar right now in a cocoon, and you're kind of stuck in this place that sometimes just feels a little bit too dark and lonely. But we see with illumination that you will emerge out of that cocoon as a butterfly, completely changed. And you know, it's a part of the process. It's part of the journey. It's part of where you're going to. That's going to give you that joy and happiness and fulfillment that you are so rightly wanting in life and so rightly going after, because those things will manifest for you. Those things will come together for you. Those things will absolutely progress, and it's only a part of the process. So, you know, enjoy the process rather than just focusing purely on the destination. I think that will also make everything in the destination seem so much sweeter as well. Sweet with the little lollipop or ice cream. So that is your reading group number 3. Of course, if this resonated with you, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, reading giveaway, and of course intention items, which are on my website as well, which thousands of people have seen results with. And there's also my TikTok and my Instagram linked down below, where I post short readings every single day as well. So do check those out if you're interested, and take care. Alright, bye group 3. Okay, so let's now go to group 4. Keep this. Alright, group number 4. This is your reading with me. We're going to have a look, see what's coming through and what messages I can give to you. Alright, for urgent messages, we've got the fortune cookie, which I'm going to break, and then we're going to look at this card. We're going to get tarot, oracle cards, charm reading, lots of messages. So I'm just going to do it off camera because the crumbs are going to go everywhere. So let me just do it in my little pot that I have here. I guess it's Tupperware actually, isn't it? Okay, so this is your big message. A great increase in business is on its way. Alright, that's an urgent message for you. Some of you feel like, okay, I have this great idea, let's set something up. I'm not really sure I want to progress with it. Trust me when I say you will find that things in this aspect will start to grow and flourish and progress and come together in so much more of a stronger way. So yeah, there's definitely an increase here in regards to business and also money as well. I very much so feel. So this can be transactions, money, more sales, more revenue, things like that. But also, you know, it's starting to really build and grow. Some of you may have had a business for a long time, or you might be starting one, and that's really, really interesting. Now, this is interesting because some of you might also be working for a business, and you may find that that is also starting to grow and get better, because maybe some of you have had concerns that what if this drops off? What if this doesn't progress so much? What if I lose my job because it's not doing very well? So I feel like that can also really take, you know, a huge amount of growth as well, which again is very, very positive. So yeah, that's wonderful. That's wonderful to see, especially for those of you that work for certain companies. It is positive. Judgment. Wow, look at that. Like, so it's so like astrological and galaxy-like. Beautiful. Okay, so Judgment is ruled by Pluto and Scorpio. So this is about transformation and change. So Judgment is also to do with your third eye. It's to do with how you see things. It's also about your faith. And I think here in this situation, one of the biggest urgent messages is to have faith and to really trust the process and to trust how things transform, how things come together, how things progress, the direction in which things go in, and how it also allows you to see things, right? Because how you see things can also have big impact in regards to how certain things happen too. So I would say, like, have faith, you know, do you take care of yourself, put yourself first, look after yourself. Don't be afraid of your judgment, your gut, your instincts, right? Use them. They'll take you in the right direction, and ultimately it will bring you a lot of growth as well, in relation to certain things that you may be worried about right now, that maybe they're not doing so well, but they will grow. So that's something I do see. Let's go to the oracle cards and see what urgent messages we have for you. Okay. That was very fast. So we have acceptance of love. Wow. Okay, so love is in the air. It's so green, isn't it? And you know what? Nature, greenery, is all to do with the heart chakra. We know that trees and leaves and grass and earth, it's all to do with connecting to your heart chakra. And this is again to do with not only love, but also compassion, generosity, forgiveness, giving and receiving unconditional love in so many different forms. Because, you know, love is not just between like romantic people, it's between like, it can be between like pets and its owners, friends, family members. You know, there can be such thing as platonic love too. So there's just a lot of this that I see. I see a lot of love flowing into your life with friendships and family members, but also in regards to, you know, partners. Yes, absolutely. So I do feel here that, you know, for some of you who have been feeling like, Moonlight, I have no love in my life. Okay, there's no one romantic. I definitely feel like that is something that will flourish and grow and progress. Absolutely, it will come into your life. And for some of you that, of course, you may have love already in your life, you may be married, you might have a good relationship, that just shows here growth of that as well. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of that. Some of you may feel like, you know, Moonlight, I love this person, they don't really love me. Well, I feel like there's a lot of acceptance in regards to that. Acceptance because A, they could accept things, and B, you may accept things and think, okay, well, I deserve better, so I'm out. So there's just acceptance in the sense that it gives you clarity, it gives you peace of mind. It allows you to know, okay, what my next steps are going to be, you know, because remember, this is a general reading. So I'm reading for a lot of people in this. Wow, I love the colour scheme here, really beautiful. Yeah, I've never thought about purple and green as a colour combination, but it works very nicely. I know it's also blue as well, but it's a really nice colour combination. I might use that colour combination for some of these intention items that I make. Like, honestly, it's such a, I don't think I've ever used that purple and green together, but wow, okay. Anyways, see, now I'm coming up with business ideas as well. Okay, so make a decision. All right, you're going to be making a decision here. And it could be in regards to what you're accepting in regards to love. Some of you may think to yourself, you know what, actually now, Moonlight, I have boundaries and I'm not going to accept anything less than I deserve, because I know that life will reward me with something even stronger. I feel like many of you are making decisions for your highest good. Keep in mind that we do have the number 11. A lot of you may be seeing 1111. You might be seeing a lot of repeating numbers, signs, synchronicities, and that shows you're on the right path. Okay, the number 11 is a fire energy number, which basically means that it is to do with you know, progression, creativity, movement, balance, you know, all of these things. And I think that there's so much more coming your way in terms of love, in terms of money, in terms of success, that you're trying to make the best decisions in regards to what you're accepting, and you're kind of letting that be the telltale sign of what you want the universe to give to you. Because sometimes if you accept less than you deserve, the universe will be like, oh, I guess you're okay with that, so I guess I'll give you something else that you don't, you know, that is less than you deserve. So sometimes what you accept, you're also teaching the universe that this is what I value, right? So I think that's important here. Trust your own understanding, very important with the Judgment card. Value your own decisions, value yourself first, and everything else will start to fall into place. The less you value yourself, the more everything else can at times also fall apart and not give you as much happiness or fulfillment. So make sure you do put yourself first, that you do look after yourself first, and you put yourself in a, you know, in the best place for yourself. Make a wish. Make a wish, make a decision. All right, this is really interesting because I feel like the ball is going to be completely in your court, group number 4, okay? The ball will be in your court, which means that if you want to do something, it's going to be in your hands, which is why I say, you know, make a wish right now. If you want to, pause the video, make a wish, and then let it go to the universe. Okay, also, you'll be then making decisions, which means that you will be able to choose what you want to do. You'll be able to choose, like, if you want to be with a certain person or not, if you want a certain opportunity or not, whether you want to do this or whether you want to do that, because you have lots of choices. Okay, so I just feel here that it's time to make a wish. You've got the number 1 again, so I'm just saying, you know, we've got a lot of synchronicities here. So with tarot, we have the Four of Swords. Make sure you rest. Rest is very key because that will energize your energies. If you are not rested, your energies can get aggravated, tired, frustrated, overwhelmed. It can be a not so fun experience, let's be very honest. So make sure that you are resting, looking after yourself, putting yourself first. These things are very important. This is also about meditation. When you meditate, your gut instincts can become stronger so that you know what you want to do. Sometimes if you, like for example, meditation can help you to sleep better. It can help you to have more focus, right? In terms of decisions you want to make, in terms of ideas that you have. Meditation can help to lower stress and anxiety. It can also help in regards to boosting your third eye, which helps you with your gut and your instincts and your intuition. So that will lead you all in the right direction. So I highly recommend that. I think it's probably one of the biggest things I ever recommend on my channel. I'm like, meditate, guys, if possible, 20 minutes a day, please meditate. You'll be so surprised as to how it can help many areas of your life because, health is honestly wealth. Like, I really do believe in that. And for some people, they can't control that aspect. But if you can control that aspect, I mean, it is a blessing, So I feel here that's very important. Look at this, you've got the Nine of Pentacles, and this woman here is completely surrounded by greenery and the bird, so again, it's really about like put yourself first and you'll witness so much abundance of love and success and happiness and joy. The Ace of Cups also shows success. It shows abundance. It shows so much goodness and happiness and fulfillment and prosperity, just absolutely flowing. And I think that is very, very important and super significant as well, is let things progress, let things come together, let things manifest. The Ace of Cups shows an overflowing pot and it's not even a pot. Why do I keep calling everything a pot? But everything is in here, but overflowing, so it's a cup. It's a cup. So that is what we see. So I see a lot more money here, right, where you can make your own choices, you can make your own decisions, you don't have to like worry so much about certain things that you want to do or how you want to do it. So I feel like that's really quite significant and also very, very important. So that's ultimately like the biggest thing that I do see here, where things can come together and give you just so much more happiness, fulfillment and joy. So yeah, that is basically what we are seeing here and what we have got. So yeah, it's just one of those things, like there's so much more that is going to progress for you, come together for you, and also manifest for you. So yeah, that's basically what we see. There's so much more that's coming your way and so much more that is going to manifest in the right direction for you. So I would say, honestly, like stay true to yourself, do you, put yourself first, look after you. There's so much more that's going to come your way in terms of peace, happiness, harmony, joy, fulfillment, and it's going to give you so much more than perhaps what you have even thought that you could get, So I think that one of the biggest things here is that you will have that stability that so many of you are searching for, especially with the Hierophant as well. The Hierophant is stability and security, which is obviously like really, really vital, right? That shows, solid relationship, a happy home, the keys show opportunities, but also in regards to peace of mind as well. Let's do the charm reading. Oh, we've got a lot of metal charms in this one. Okay, so we have got here the pliers. Okay, this is interesting because you might be thinking about fixing certain things. You might be thinking like, maybe I should cut this out, like maybe I should, do something a little bit different. I think here the main thing is consistency and sort of sticking with it. Look at that, you've got the camel as well. Now we know that the camel can go long, long days without drinking water. One thing I think is important, make sure you do hydrate yourself. You've got the Ace of Cups with overflowing water, so just make sure that you are doing that. Very important. Some of you might forget. I know it's just a message that came through. Some of you might be dehydrated, okay? Just saying. So we do also have the sun, so that shows a lot of happiness and joy that's going to be coming into your life. The sun's energy also is about inner peace, right? Protecting yourself. Well, protecting yourself literally from situations that are poisonous or people that are just like that, that take everything away from you. I see a lot of travel coming up in your life as well with the world there. We have a seahorse, which is about like going with the flow, taking care of yourself, putting yourself first. We also have this fairy as well. It's really about believing in the good, even though sometimes people can show you their absolute worst. I think that it is about still not sort of giving up on that aspect and knowing that just because some people are not great, not nice, not not genuine doesn't mean that everybody isn't like that, and it's about, you know, believing that, you know, there's just a few that sometimes can ruin it for everyone. So I think that the main thing here is about keep going, you know, keep going, protect your inner peace, your personal power, your self-esteem, self-confidence, your own joy, you know, and know that things can really work in the right direction and come together in the right direction, which I think is really vital and very, very crucial and very progressive as well. Like things can really move in a direction that gives you so much more joy, satisfaction, peace, happiness, and harmony. It truly is a process, as we know, but things can really move forward in the right direction. And I think that's one of the most important, most significant things that I can also tell you here, which is obviously quite important when we think about it, because there's so much more that I think can happen and can progress, and it truly, truly is a process, as we know. So yeah, that's really one of the biggest things that I do see here, is that everything that we do see is a process, but that's what we have. So group number 4, this is your reading. If this resonated with you, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, reading giveaway, and of course intention items, which are on my website. And do take care, everyone.